and welcome to the Any Art Netty cooking channel. Now in this video I'm going to be making my version of a stroganoff. Now traditionally you'd find it was made with sautéed pieces of beef. I use buffalo and venison usually because that's something I'm not allergic to, that's a personal preference. But it's been also known to be served with chicken, sausage, shrimp or mushroom for vegetarians. So, yeah, this is a Russian dish and this is just my version of it, and I'm not saying this is the exact way to do it. I'm just a home cook and I like to take bits of recipes and make it into my own version, and I thought just to improve my confidence with talking and things like that, I like to make videos. And here we go, Netty makes stroganoff. So this is part of my Netty's weekday meals series. I hope you enjoy it, and if you make it, please do let me know. Now, to cut down on washing up and things like that, I tend to cook everything in one pan. So I fry the onions and mushrooms with the garlic until both the onions and mushrooms are soft. Now while that's doing in a pan, I soaked rice. You can also serve it with mashed potato or whatever you want to, noodles as well. So that rice is cooking while the meal is cooking as well, so it will be ready at the same time. Now I've added my protein, which in this one it was buffalo, but obviously you can do mushroom, chicken, beef, whatever you want to do. And I'll fry that meat until all the pink is gone. So at that point my rice was coming to the boil, so we were nearly there. I just want to cook it so it's nice and soft. And once that's done, I add a teaspoon of, well, this is another version of Worcester sauce. Well, this is one called Henderson's, which is strong in the oven. It's really tasty too. Very similar to Worcester sauce. And I also crumble a stock cube. Now I've used a veg one because I'm allergic to beef, but a beef stock cube would be much better. And I just crumble that in and then fry it with everything else together, along with, at this point, a teaspoon of paprika and also parsley. But yeah, I fry all that for 5 minutes. Now you'll see in a minute what I've done with this. I fry that all together at the same time. I didn't make that obvious. There we go, so you can see the paprika now. Just adds a nice colour, and so does the parsley, and it adds just a bit of lovely flavour. Now there will be a recipe to print off down below. I do art on YouTube as well, so there will be some colouring elements. Now I'm going to do quite a few videos all in one go, so you'll find that maybe in a week or two, hopefully, fingers crossed. The recipe will be available to be printed off down below. Now at this point I add salt and pepper to taste. I don't add much, but obviously add that to your own taste, and you do that after you've done all your frying. That's how I do it. You can do it however you add the salt and pepper when you feel it's appropriate. So yeah, adding different types of mushroom does, I find, add a depth of flavour. I've used brown and I've also used white mushrooms. Now at this point I add 2 tablespoons, or a bit more actually. We like it very creamy, but I use vegan alternatives there, which are just flashed up on the screen. I used Elmi in this case because it's my favourite dairy-free alternative. Now I've got a very old-fashioned way, I think, of putting the bed of rice on. I don't know if anyone else does this, but this is the way my mum used to do it, and I've kind of not ever stopped doing it. So that's how I put my rice in the bowl there. And then that was my partner's one with the creme fraiche. See how quite light it is? And I shall show you mine as well. There's really not that much difference, but do probably put less of the cream in if you don't want it as light and creamy as we have it. So again, recipe will be available below very soon in the description. Thank you ever so much for watching, really appreciate it. Thanks to new subscribers, hello and welcome, and I shall see you soon. Bye bye for now.